the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change.
Hello there ladies and gents, how you doing, and welcome back to the Villagecraft server. Now I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a different intro there. We've got a couple of new things. We have a new intro for the channel, yep, and we also we've got them installed the replay mod. Now obviously I'm still learning everything about that, so it may take me a while before we actually do another one, but I thought I'd have a little mess around while I was filling in this area here, because this is what we're going to be working on today. That's right, those of you who remember when I initially did all these outlines, you'll remember that the red outlines, they are for the builds that we're going to be doing, such as here is going to be a tavern, then some shops and some townhouses such like over this area. And this green is going to be for a central park, well not so much central but a park area. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, I've got all this area filled in with grass, and as you can see I would have spent probably about, I don't know, 3/4 of an hour putting down all of these lanterns. So yeah, first things first is we're going to put a wall in here. Now, in fact, you know what? First things first, we're going to be doing a water feature. That's right. Before we put the wall in, let's go put in the water feature in. Because what I'm thinking is this cliffside here, we're going to have like a little pool at the top here. Or maybe not right at the top, a bit further down so it doesn't freeze. That spills out into a waterfall. We'll run underneath the road, so we'll go underneath a bridge, then go through a part in the wall just here, spool out into a nice ornamental pond, which will be somewhere in one of the quarters of this park. So first things first, let's go and get the waterfall dug in. Now let's see, I don't want to get this too high up, because like I say, otherwise it will freeze. In fact, what we may do is just stick, you know what, I think where this coal is will probably be a good spot. If we take this coal out, there we go, yeah, and then we'll stick the water right in here. So I'll have to get some more stone just to fill in the bottom of that. But yeah, if we have the water flowing out from here, then it will come down this way. I have to landscape all this so where it causes, like, where the flow of the water has carved a channel into the rock, so to speak. So it will come down this way, down here, then down this way, and we'll have it winding out through to the park just over here. Like I say, we'll put a bridge going over this river just here. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so the water will come spooling down. In fact, we'll make a little bit of a pool here as well, where it pools at the bottom of the hill. Can't even call this a mountain really, can we? It's a hill. So it'll pool down the bottom here, and then it'll flow out under the road, under the wall, and into the park here. So I'm going to get this designed out now and see what pattern we can come up with, because you don't want just a boring straight stream. So I'll get that done, and I shall see you folks in a moment. And there we go, we have a basic little river stream coming out, comes down from the waterfall up there, runs down, you got a small little pond over there, and then you come down this way and leads to a slightly larger boating lake, which will put a little pier on, have a couple of boats on there, whatnot. But that's that done for now, but I'm not going to bother putting the water in now. What we're going to do first is we're going to put the wall around this place. So I have going to come up with a rather basic design. It doesn't need to be too elaborate. I mean, after all, we have got quite a lot of it to do, because I mean, this park is 101 by 71, I do believe. So I've got a few stone bricks. Now, I don't need all of those just yet, because what I do need is where are they? I'm going to need more than 53 of them. So yeah, let's just quickly whip up some more of them. There we go, because I'm going to need some chisel stone blocks as well. And yeah, I'll show you what we're going to do just over in the corner over here. So, if I remember correctly, it's up 3, then 1, 2, get rid of you, 3, 4, and up again. Then we're going to have some iron bars in between these, and then some slabs and stairs on the top. And then in this spot here, down at the bottom, each one of these is going to have a chisel block. Then what we'll do is, you might have seen in the shulker box there, I had some cracked stone bricks and some mossy stone brick as well. We're going to put some of those in as well, just to break up a bit, add a bit more texture, a bit of variety to the wall. So I'm just going to have to go around now and get all of this done. Is that right? Yeah, there's a 4 gap in between each one. So this is probably going to take some time, as you can probably guess. I mean, it's what? 201, 202 plus 142, 344 blocks long wall. So this may take some time, and yeah, I'm back in a minute. Well, now that we've gone and got this wall all finished off, folks, it's time to start working on the inside of the park. Now, before I go and get ahead and get all of the paths lined out, we need to put some bit more terrain in here, because this is rather flat, yeah. So I have kind of sketched out a very rough design, or blueprint, or whatever you want to call it, for where I'm going to put a few little hills. Nothing too huge, just a few little undulations in the terrain. For instance, we're going to have a small one here in between this junction of the river and in between these gates here. Another one in that crook there, and another one just along here. But it could be something that just breaks up the scenery a bit, because you don't want just huge, large, flat areas. You need something that's going to draw your eye, allow you to focus through, just going to create a natural sort of flow to the garden. We'll say garden, park, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to have to stick a few of those in now, and then we can figure out where the pathways are going to be. Then once we've got that basic infrastructure, then we can go and put in the trees and all of the bushes and flower beds, that sort of thing. Try and figure out if we're going to have maybe some manicured beds in here, or whether it is just going to be the wild look that we've got around our buildings just here. So first things first, we need to go and get these hills put in. So like I say, we're going to have a couple of bridges going in here as well. So I'm thinking we'll probably have one bridge here and another one just over there. So first things first, let's get these hills put in. Then we can figure out where bridges are going to go and where the paths are going to go. Well, now that we've gone and got those hills in, you can see it breaks up the outline of this park a lot now. So it's just not just one giant flat area. There are channels that will focus your eyes. So like down this way, along here. So yeah, and also to add to that, we are going to put in one large piece of park furniture in this area. And that is, we're going to be putting in a bandstand. That's right. Most parks, at least in Britain, have these bandstands built in, and as the name suggests, they were a place where the band used to play. Nowadays, I'm not even sure if there's that many parks that still use them. I mean, I know the one in the park near me doesn't really get used that much. I know when you go to the seaside, if there's a bandstand there, they tend to get used quite a lot, but still, we're going to be putting one in, and we're going to be putting it in this area here, because there's going to be quite a few pathways going past. So it's a nice little central spot. Now the design that I'm going to be building, it isn't one of my own. I'm going to be tweaking one that I found online. It's actually a design by Villagecr2ft. I will put a link to his video in the description below. It's not a huge thing. It's something nice and simple. But it saves me having to tax my brain trying to figure out, because at the moment it is rather late, or should I say rather early in the morning. So I'm going to get this whipped up, and like I say, it's going to be in this area here. It is only a 15 by 15 big build. So 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 1 2 2 3 4 5. And get rid of that one. There we go. 1 2 1 1 2, and you as well. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 1 2. Hey, I love it when that happens, when it goes nice and correct. Right, now let's see how we're doing for space. Well, we've got plenty of room down here. If anything, this might want to be moving this way a bit further. Yeah, because there's not really that much room down here. Yeah, I'm going to move this down a little bit. Move it a bit further down this way, I think. So rather than having this wall here, maybe want to have it here. Yeah, that'd be better. Right, I'm just going to get this moved along, and I shall bring you guys back in just a second. There we go. So I've gone and got this main foundation for the bandstand moved across by a few blocks. Now, in the video that Hector does, he only puts one entrance in. Well, I'm actually going to have one entrance on every single side. But other than that, it is going to be an exact copy of the one that Hector did in his video, even down to the spruce wood, because as you know, the spruce matches our paths that we have in this area. I don't know if you can actually see over there. No, it's a bit far away. But yeah, we actually have spruce in our paths, so it's going to match. So if you want to watch how to build this, by all means go ahead and pause this video now. I'm going to have a look at Hector's video. But other than that, if you come back in just a moment, I will have this built. Well, there we go. There's the bandstand complete. Now, I know I said it was going to be spruce wood, but after a little bit more thought, I thought we need something to tie this bandstand in with our base area here. So I went and used the black and the red nether brick. And you know what? I'm quite liking it. If we just have a quick flyby. Come on up. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So now that we've got that in, it's time we sorted out the paths. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out the rough layout of the paths, the basic structure of them with the path blocks. But then we're going to come in with the coarse dirt and everything. We'll have the same sort of paths as we have with our roadways in our base area, just a little bit thinner. So we'll go ahead and line these out a bit. Now I'm thinking obviously you need these two down this end to connect up, so I'll have them come around here. Now these bandstands, they normally have an area around them where people can sit and watch, but I'm just wondering, it might be off just putting a circle path all the way around it. Yeah, to be honest, we might have a bit of room around this way. Maybe we get seats or some, maybe a few benches around here. But we're just going to get a path that runs all the way around it in a big circle. So we'll stick that in, and then we can go around and connect all these paths up. Now I do want to try and get this whole garden done. This whole part, I keep calling it a garden. It's basically a giant garden, I suppose. I'm going to try and get this whole thing done this episode, because we've got a few plans for the next few episodes. So I want to try and stick to the schedule. Right, so if we're going to come off... now all these gates want to be connected as well, so... we'll come out this way. And then like I said, need to put in some flower beds as well. So all these gaps either sides of these paths, we can put some flower beds in there as well. That should look pretty good. So we don't need to have these paths hugging straight to the hills and whatnot. We want a bit of room in between. So yeah, that's like that. Now, instead of having both of these come straight out, what about if they were to come off from this way? Yeah, we'll have the... oh, excuse me. We'll have them come up this way. They can link up with this path here, and then we'll curve round to... well, let's see. This is going to be splitting off again here, because we want one coming this way. We're going to put a bridge in here. Then we want one path coming over this way, and we're going to be putting a bridge in here as well. So that's those hooked up. Now we do want to hook up here as well, so maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Right, and then this is going to come around more like that. So you're coming across here, then come off this way around the edge of the pond here to hook up with this gate. There we go. Then this again curve round. Now if we bring this to here, then it will split off in two directions. One coming this way to this gate, then again coming round like this and to this gate. Now this one's going to go straight ahead to a bridge up here, and that will connect up to that bridge there. Now I think that's everything all lined up. I'll tell you what, the best place to actually view all this garden, again I keep calling it a garden, this park, the best place to view it is from up here on top of our tower. So let's just have a look, see what we're looking at. Yeah, I think all we need to do is where that bridge is going to be there, bring that down to that gate, then that gate needs to go around the bottom of the boating lake to connect to there. But other than that, that's a pretty good layout, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go and connect all that up, and then do you know what, I think we're going to need to put the roads in either side as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get the roads and the pathways done, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to start putting in some of the trees and the landscape, not landscaping, the gardening. What's the word I'm looking for? The natural touch. Putting all the plant life. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'll bring you guys back in just a sec. Well, there we go. That is the roads and the paths all in place. And you know what? That helps to tie the whole lot in. It makes it feel a lot more complete. Obviously, we are just missing the natural fill now. But before we go and put all the plants and the trees in, we need to go put in the bridges over these two little streams here. So let's just fly on down. There we go. Now I've already got the blocks that we'll be using. Now we'll start with this one over here. Now what I'm thinking is, let's see, how far back do we want this? To here maybe? Just step it up a little bit. And then, oops, like that. There we are. And we'll do the same this side, but this is probably going to want to be here maybe. Oh, too far to the side. Come on. Pop that there. There we go. And then using the slabs, join those up. There we go. How's that going to look? Oh, and we also need that there. Yeah, it's not looking too bad, I think. And then I've got these fences for a reason. Oops, what does that put that on here? Crikey. Now, do we want it like that? Yeah, I think that should be good. And then I don't know, because see, that's too high. What about if we bring the banner down a little bit? How's that look? The only problem with it being the slabs is, of course, it doesn't connect. I'm not sure on those rails. What do you reckon, guys? I'm not a big fan, to be honest. Plus, if we do that, we need to put that there. So we may have to get another block just in there, a bit of grass block or something. So let me get these built and see if we can see how it looks when it's all done. Because I'm not 100% happy with that. It doesn't quite look quite right. And what if we were to put some slabs on top? How would that look? Would that make it look a bit better? Now that looks a bit better. Maybe if it's a different block, maybe some dark oak or something. But I'm going to have a quick experiment, see what we can come up with, just to make this look a bit better, because I'm not 100% happy with this. Well, there we go. So all it needed was those banisters, just needed a bit of stairs on the end, just to round it off a bit, and put some slabs on the top as well. So they look pretty good now, I think. With that done, that is most of the big furniture in this park done. Now it's time to get some trees built in. So I'm going to be putting in the same sort as we've got in the rest of the area, the spruce, weeping willow type trees. Probably going to have a couple of big ones, a few the same size as those, because those aren't huge. But maybe we'll have a couple of big ones, especially around this boating lake here. Once we've got the trees in, we'll put the flowers in, the bushes, sort out all the lighting as well, because of course all these torches aren't going to be here. What we're going to do is the same with the areas around the edge of our storage hall, where we've got jack-o'-lanterns planted in the ground with the leaves on top, and that way we get the hidden lighting, so we don't have to have all these torches. So there's going to be quite a bit of a big difference between this and the next scene, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the trees put in. Well, it's now a couple of days later, because I didn't realise how long it would take me to get all these trees done, but as you can see, I got the green thumb and did a bit more than I thought I'd do. I thought I'd just do the trees, bring you guys back, then I'd do everything else. Nah, I'm pretty much done. Not only have I gone and got all these trees in, I've also gone and put a load of flower beds in. I've gone and done all the lanterns, the jack-o'-lanterns with the hedges on top. Gone and got all that done. And yeah, apart from a couple of spaces where I'm not still quite sure what to do, we may come back to this at a later date, I'd say this park is pretty much done. So let's have a fly down and have a quick look-see. So as you can see, I've gone and got all these weeping willow trees done. As you can see, I have gone and put in some vines on them all, which I will have to come along at some point with some string, just to keep some of them at different heights and whatnot. It kind of gives a nice effect. It's a bit busy when it comes to items. That's why there's a little bit of a stutter and lag, which you may be able to detect. I can certainly detect it. And like I said, I went and put in these flower beds as well. Yeah, things like this. We need to put some string in here because it shouldn't be hanging over the paths. So I'll have to go around and tidy it all up. So it's fine hanging down where we don't walk, but where we walk it needs trimmed back. But yeah, I went and put in things like these flower beds, and then went and bone milled some of the grass behind it, just so it's not just empty and plain. Went and put some of the ferns in. You can't really see if I zoom in like that, but yeah, do you know what, guys? I am quite liking this. It still needs tidying up. It looks like it's gone wild a bit. It looks like it's been left. I'll just say, alright, doggy. Yeah, it looks like it's in desperate need of a groundskeeper. That's what it is. So, yeah, all in all, guys, I think this park has come out pretty well. I am rather pleased. It has made a very good use of this plain space. So, if we just go up to the bandstand. It gives me a good launch platform, does this. I'll have a quick flyby. Now, the one thing I haven't done... Oops. Okay, now we can't. Is that because Doggy's joined? I wonder. There we go. Oh, ow. Straight into a tree. Yeah, I haven't actually sorted the road out all the way down here because there isn't anything going to be built down this end just as of yet. But still, we may leave that if there is ever a stage 4, if we've got time before next season. But you know, guys, I am rather chuffed with that. We've got our little bridges. We've got our weeping willows. And I wonder who he's talking to there. Whether that's me or Swan. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to come up here so we can have a quick look. Ow! Ah! Dang it! Well, let's try that again. Yeah, that hasn't happened in a while. But anyway. Yeah, I'm liking this. One other thing I have got and put on, as well as the trees, the hedges and the flower beds, is you may be able to see just there, we have our little boat dock. Yes, and we have one of each of the different types of boats. Just the little touches you see, but that adds a little bit of detail to the park. And yeah, I am quite liking this park. If you enjoy it as well, let me know down in the comments, guys, because that is going to be it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying this series so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell so you get notified when all the new videos come out. But for now, guys, all that's left for me to say is take it easy, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys. Bye. Woohoo.